I gotcha. Welcome back.
We're back.
Live in the bar studio extraordinaire.
Ian, you listening?
He's been chomping at the bit. You said he's been going the whole time wondering where the heck we're at.
Yeah.
He's like, you guys doing a show or not? What the heck's going on? And I was like, hey,
Well, we kind of improv buddy hunted this afternoon.
Yep. So, but yeah, other than that, dude, it's making sure we're good. We're good across all the areas. Perfect. Alrighty. Well, welcome back, everybody, to 100 Proof Whitetails. Me and Nate were just talking pre-show. We got some things that we're kind of cooking on. Trying to work up an intro video other than the 30-second Pat McAfee countdown that we've been running for the last, 40-some episodes. I think this is episode 45.
I'm a Pat McAfee fan. I like it, but I don't really want to copy his style there.
Yeah. No. I think it works, but I think a little music, maybe a little bit of deer intro for the people watching it or whatever, with some background sound of some bows going with
whack. Some video in there.
Yeah, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Have yet to get a kill on camera yet, but
we're trying, dude.
Wow. I can't say I haven't done it. I have done it, just not this year.
Yeah. I mean, I could dig back through the archives. I think I got a couple of the deer I killed a few years ago on video.
I got a bunch of cool videos of like turkey and deer walking by. And
yeah, but I mean, like a little 30-second collab montage would be that hard to throw together.
No.
So if anybody has any recommendations for like a clip and play kind of software thing, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, a little video editing.
Yeah. And I don't have like a MacBook or something fancy, so don't suggest anything Apple product. I'm Android and Windows. Yeah. I'm a dinosaur.
I have an Apple phone, but a Windows computer.
But yeah, dude. Other than that, this cold front, dude, has been freaking nice. There's been some giants getting whacked. Youth hunt was a big success. There's freaking big deer going down all over the place.
Great topic on Sunday. Bo brought up. Definitely a controversial one. But yeah.
Yep.
In the last episode.
Yep. People brought up lowering the age potentially, shooting more than one deer, all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah. But
this front's been good, dude. I mean, I saw one of my shooters a couple nights ago.
We had the full moon tonight.
Mm-hmm. It was obviously pretty full last night too.
I gotta say, the last hour wound down perfect.
Yeah,
the wind died down slightly.
Was your wind good last night? Because mine.
I didn't go out last night.
Oh, that's right. And then you went out tonight.
I was on duty last night.
Yep, gotcha. And I was on NORA duty tonight, and that's why you went out.
Which I think I would have preferred today over yesterday.
Yeah,
both were good. Both I think were good, but
my wind was like complete opposite on the compass of what it said it was. I should have went with my gut, dude. You know when you get there and you're looking at your phone and you see the way that the wind's going, and then you look at the ribbon in the tree, like because I got ribbons where I get dressed at my truck. I'm looking at the ribbon in the tree and I'm like, that's not west wind. That is not a west wind. And it was east all night, just like it was there where I was getting dressed. And I'm like, I should have just switched gears and went to a different spot. Stuck it out. The wind was a little bit questionable for it, and still saw a ton of deer and they filtered through, but they were definitely a little skittish. And whether that meant that the big guy wasn't going to walk by the stand again, or he just was off somewhere else doing something else. Like I said, he usually goes MIA for the first part of October. Like he's here for the summer, kind of shows up for like the first week of October, disappears till almost November.
We're talking Dono.
Yep. So maybe that's where he goes. Maybe he goes, just off and away. But again, he could be slotted into a little section of the farm where I'm just not getting his picture. Doesn't mean that he's not there.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the deer.
He could just be walking around the other side of the tree, man.
Mm-hmm. I honestly, dude, I wasn't hunting anything one year. I was just like, hey, I have a couple really nice pear trees that are dropping right now and a couple fruit trees down in that one other corner that I hunted when I saw Dono. And I was like, that's where I'm going to set up. And there was good fruit on the trees, good fruit on the ground. Had a couple deer come through, just nothing I wanted to shoot. And it's a good hunt, but just hunting food source rather than like the 1 year data kind of stuff right now. because that's what we got. Because we don't have mast. Like I was saying, I think we only got like 20-some oak trees on the whole freaking farm.
Yeah, oaks are dropping
And
heavy.
grandma's we got 0. So, and I think the least we have like 0.
Yeah, we got to
Maybe
get
1 or
together
2.
for a buddy hunt. Shit, if you would have called me that time you went out with, you saw Dono, he'd have been dead right now.
Yeah, one of us. Been like rock, paper, scissors. Who's sitting in the north end stand? Whoever it was would have fucking had him walk by at 20 yards.
I'd have been
Broadside.
I'd have been planning vacations until gun season.
He'd be going to every pumpkin patch in the state.
Oh, the mother-in-law turned 60 this year, so that's,
There you go.
That's
So did mine. My mom turned 60.
I know, I missed it. Of course, you messaged me like 2 hours before it started.
Yeah.
And let me know. I kind of felt bad. I would have liked to go to that. Bring Owen.
Yep. No, that's okay. I mean, she had a great time. There was a bunch of people from work and everything like that that she, hasn't seen since she stopped, basically retired from the hospital and everything like that. Bunch of my family came. My dad's family came. Just a ton of people, dude. I think we probably had over 100 people show up there to get ice cream Sundays.
Your mom's a very sweet lady. I'm sure a lot of people enjoy her company.
Shoot, if we'd have put it out on like Facebook and made an event out of it, who knows how many people would have showed up from Newark Hospital over the years that had a baby. I remember when I was growing up, everybody walking up saying, "Hi, Terry," when we were in Walmart or wherever.
Yeah.
But
it's like going through Lions with my mother-in-law because she was a kindergarten teacher for like 30 years there. Kids, parents, everyone knows her.
Everybody knows them. Yeah. But other than that, dude, we got a big warm-up this weekend. I think movement's going to die down to a trickle. I'm going to take some time to show a couple pieces of ground, try to get a couple more under contract on Saturday. I'm going like all out on showings on Saturday. Try to fit them into one day, maybe hunt Sunday. Hannah wants to go out again. And I think I'm going to get out I think Friday. Which day is it supposed to be southeast? I think Friday. I'm going out because the wind's going to switch out of the southeast, and I got a 1 year for stretch with the southeast. Yeah.
I'll be out.
Yeah. Know where you're going?
That's like the only wind I can hunt that stand.
Yep. That's what I mean. I was waiting for that funky east to switch around out of this, and I'm hoping that warm front blows that right around. I think it was
Friday. 2 stands now. So I set one up tonight.
Yep. That'll work for that wind, yeah.
I'd be blowing it over that cornfield.
Yeah, I think Friday it's supposed to be southwest going into southeast.
Things are ramping up a little bit, but like you said, the warm temperatures this weekend.
It's going to be Friday. It's going to be 65 again. I mean,
but
it's going to be. So that's the thing with
I have an old forge trip Saturday. I'm going to be out of town this weekend. I was talking with Liza about it. I'm like, well, out of all the weekends we have left, I said I would prefer to go this weekend.
Then any November.
Any of them.
Then any November with 70 degrees on the horizon. And
you hit October 20th. Don't plan me for anything unless it's after dark.
So I mean, it's looking like that first week of November weekend, because I think it falls like 26th. I'm just looking at my phone, which doesn't have a calendar because I'm looking at my weather app. But the 26th is going to be the following Saturday, 26th, 27th. So I guess that's like the first. No, it's not, because the first would be on Friday. So whatever we want to look at. The week of Halloween, we'll just call it, as we're lining right up into that next front to drop.
Halloween.
Week of October.
You gotta love week of Halloween. I love that part of the season. You get from the 20th to the 22nd all the way to November 1st. I wouldn't say November 1st. I guess it's not really the deadline for it. But anyway, that 20th, 22nd is when you can start. I love blind rattling and doing some blind grunts.
I'm a big blind grunt fan in that time.
I've
wind conditions, yeah.
2 of the bucks on my wall I rattled in.
During that last week of October.
Both of my biggest bow bucks I rattled in, and it was late October.
Yep.
I think that is the best time to call. would be you get in that October 20th, 22nd mark. I like to say the 20th. Good round number. To November 1st.
That's your favorite 10 days.
Window to call.
Mm-hmm.
Because after that, I feel like
you're just hitting funnels.
I think the deer are chasing. I mean, I think that
there's more of that seeking, chasing.
So the rattling works, and the scrape hunting is hot.
Yeah, if we get
in that last 10 to 11 days of October.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rain. If we get that rain they're calling for around like the 24th, 25th, you know, they're calling for spotty chances of rain. Again, we're talking like Wayne, Ontario County is where we're looking on the weather map. But if we get some rain and precipitation there, mixed with that front drop, which we should have some rain come in with the front drop, I think we're going to be golden, dude. For
finally getting some good weather for hunting and actual season.
Well, and the
last year was terrible.
Well, the nice thing is even though we're going to get back up into the 70s, we're still going to stay in the 40s at night. That's the big thing, is those night temperatures are staying cool. You know what I mean? It's not like we're getting right now, like the daytime high is like not even in the 50s for the last 4 days. But
and you get into that calling point that October 20th, October 22nd, whatever you feel in your mind is right. Not only do you start calling, but that is when I will start focusing on some mornings. I will start looking at some morning weather, and I will start planning some morning hunts. Because a lot of my spots, honestly, quite a few of them, they're hard to hunt in the evening because I hunt on hills.
Yep.
I hunt on big hills. So in the evening, all those thermals drop, and the deer always come from the bottom up.
Well, if food's high, the bed low. Yeah.
So you get those thermals pulling. It just makes it that much better. Yep. Andy, what's up, man?
Andy Hall tuning in. Hey, guys. Hey, Andy. Scored one tonight. Obviously, he's got a green dry. But...
Andy, guess the score of it without even looking at the deer. It was. I'll give you one hint. It was above 125.
Yeah, it's gonna make book.
It's gonna make book.
No, it was.
Throw a number out there.
It went. He went one. I think it was like 133 and change without the trash.
If you guess it within an inch,
I forget what it was.
If you guess it within an inch, 133. Andy, it was 151.
He was 133 without the trash. That's exactly what he was without the trash. It was 133 and 3/8.
I guess I didn't specify.
He was 133 and 3/8 without the trash.
He was a pretty cool buck.
Yeah. He freaking had almost 18 inches of abnormal. So, you know what you guys need coming up for this deer season? You need your 100-proof Hunter Orange hats. You got a baggie of them.
You do need it. It's going to bring you luck.
And when they're gone, they're gone.
We even pre-soak them in deer urine before we send them. No, we don't do that. No.
Look at Jesse right there. 151, he says.
151? Yeah, because he just heard me say it.
Jesse, you don't win anything. We're not giving anything away.
He's been winning since October 1st.
Yep.
The guy can't lose.
Yep. So it was fun having Jesse and Caleb on the last show. We had a couple people I talked to said that was a really cool show. It was nice to have the hunter stories, and I was like, hey, need some more hunters to, tune in, come on. I'd be happy to have some
there
folks.
Will be. We're gonna have Dylan and Ryan on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking, and we were talking about
hopefully me and Ben have some hunting stories.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. We were supposed to be buddy hunting, and I haven't gotten any invites yet. So
you can text me too. The phone rings both ways.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna text you to go hunt your spots. You gotta invite me.
All right. We'll pick a day. We'll go hunt it this upcoming week.
Because we would have another deer story.
We'll drop Owen and Nora at my parents and go buddy hunt. Yeah. But no, he ended up going.
I'm just going to bring Owen in one of your blinds and get it done.
Yep. And so I know Nate's going to say it at some point, so I'm just going to say it. If Andy would have scored the deer, probably the deer would have went 153 or 154. Because Andy will give you an extra couple inches. I'm stingy.
Yeah, Mason, if you're tuning in,
when you book him, if you book him,
when you book him after he dries out, was it 60 days?
60.
Bring him to Andy. Bring him to Andy. You'll get a couple more inches there.
Yep.
Ben's stingy score. Stingy.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Everybody give him my crap. Oh shit! You heard it here first on the Hunter Proof Show. Big Non-Typical hit the ground in Sodas today. More details to come. Andy Hall with the insider scoop.
I believe it was a 15-pointer, Andy.
No, not that wasn't. That was the other day.
Was that you season?
The one that older guy shot.
Could be.
I don't know. There've been a lot of big freaking deer going down, dude. But this cold front dude has got it snapped right around. I forget where it was. I want to say it was Sodas. I say older gentleman. He's probably in his 60s or so. Shot a good one with the bow. Really gnarly, kind of cool front point and stuff like that. But yeah, and then I saw some absolute tank 10-pointers, dude, get whacked by youth. Some slamming 10-pointers. Holy smokes!
I saw a lot of big bucks get whacked by.
Well, we're right on that cold front, dude. Cold front, freaking rolling through.
They're out there sparring.
Yep. Getting a little froggy. Yeah, we were saying that Andy says LOL. We were saying that, dude. Like I've seen it was either 7 or 8 bucks this year, and I've yet to see the same buck twice. So there's a lot of deer on their feet.
I saw I can't say it was my first buck. My first potential buck I would shoot this evening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you showed me the video, dude. Deer was solid. You're telling me on the phone on the ride over, and I'm like, you're like, I think he was kind of like a wide 6, but you're like, I wasn't sure.
I'll send you pictures of that.
Yep.
Wide 6.
I don't think so, dude. Like when we slowed it down and zoomed in on him, I think it was at least an 8. He looks solid. Looks solid.
But it was hard for me to get a good view on him as I'm trying to get my camera over. And
the joys of filming.
And then he got about 20 yards. He was coming straight behind a tree. I could hear him walking. And I knew it was a decent buck because I saw him off in the distance making his way to me. And I got the camera on. I got it ready. I got it in position. And by the time I did that, he was at 20 yards. And he came straight downwind. And I was kind of surprised that it took him to 20 yards away from me to actually pick up on my wind. But he was directly behind this big, I think it was a
hemlock.
Yeah, it was a hemlock or a maple, I'm not sure. But a big tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to wait for him to see what he was going to do, and he decided to turn around and head the other way. And when he turned around and he did a couple bounds the other way and stopped and looked around, I was like, maybe he was a little better than I was thinking as he was walking in.
Yeah. They always seem to look bigger as they're walking away. Or it screws up and they're walking away, more to the point.
But I never got a really good look at the deer.
Yeah, but I think on that video, dude, you could tell he's pretty solid. He's just like
he was a nice one.
20.
Yeah, he's 120 inch.
20, maybe a little bit better. It's tough to say.
I'd have put my tag on him, I think, if he presented it.
Absolutely. Well, that's the thing, dude. Like, I'm looking at what I got on the board, because, like I was saying, Mason was down here with that buck he shot, and I scored up tonight. And he's like, oh, so this is the board that everybody kind of talks about, or you talk about.
Everybody talks about.
And he's like, those are all pictures, huh? I said, pictures or encounters, yeah. I said, that one, the one that's got the big red above it, he's dead.
Mason, you're not on the spectrum. So I don't know if you'd be able to handle something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. You got to have some serious whatever you got going on in your brain.
Some deer shit going on in my brain. But yeah, dude, I mean, the best deer, I don't even know if I got one that's 140. I mean, I got a couple nice 30s bucks. But I got no like giants or anything, like that kicking around. I
was
wish I
thinking-
did. That'd be nice.
Well, you did.
He's 40. I think he's in the low 40s.
That's giant.
He's a stud. He was a stud.
He's like a 5-year-old stud.
Yeah.
4 maybe.
I'm
But-
glad I let him go last year. The kid's glad I let him go last year. Well, I'm not saying okay. I let the deer go at like 34 yards. It wasn't like a chip shot. Let him go at like 10 yards. But anyway,
I thought I was gonna have a chip shot tonight.
20 is a pretty good chip shot. Andy says lots of bobcats everywhere, Bristol and Farmington. Yeah, dude, I've seen a lot of fishers this year. Actually, we had a bobcat on our lease.
I got some
Last
fishers
year.
on camera. I don't have any bobcats.
We had bobcats on the lease last year. Well, last winter, so I guess it would be this year, but it was winter. We haven't seen them this fall yet. I've seen a lot of coyotes. I've seen fox, dude. I've seen like a fox pretty much every sit this year.
I want to get in the stand. I want a week to go by rather quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, we're saying we want it to go by and get to that next week, but we're going to be going into gun season. And we're going to be like, man, I wish there was more in late October.
So I didn't realize actually, like, it wasn't even late when we killed our bow bucks. What was it, like October 27th and 28th?
Something like that. Yeah, it was right during that
2
prime
years
time,
ago.
like when we talked about that.
2 years ago, and
Actually,
those 2 weeks leading up to gun season felt like they took forever.
Oh, when we couldn't hunt. Yeah, and we're just like, I'm missing the
So
rut.
I'm like, I don't want that to happen.
I'm
So
missing
I don't
the
want
rut.
to punch my tag too soon, but at the same time,
Right, deer comes through. You know what, Nate? It might be lining up right for that 27th, 28th hit again.
It's fine.
Because that's what I think it was. I think
gotta
you
get
killed
it.
like Sunday?
No, it was a weekday because I
It
got
was
out
Monday.
of work. I dropped Owen off.
Monday,
Yeah,
maybe?
the
I forget
in-laws.
what it was.
I went over to the property. I got set up.
Yeah, you didn't kill.
15 minutes went by. I was like, screw it. I'm rattling.
Yep.
I rattled. Deer was 20 yards away in 15 minutes.
Old Rocky. Yep. And then mine, dude, I watched him. He came out on the plot super early. Then I watched Hornet for...
Yeah.
I think I might have even texted you. I'm like, I videoing him. I'm like, I don't think he's gonna come in. And that little fucking buck, dude. And that's what I thought was gonna kill Dono the other night.
We're adding a little bit to it this year with the video and trying to put on trying to do
a couple
a
episodes.
show
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. But that was the thing that killed Hornet that night was he followed that little buck that night out of the field on the wrong trail. And I thought Dono was going to do the same thing the other night because that little 6-point that was with him, he came down in front of me and came into like 28 yards and came in, checked the apple tree and stuff that I was hunting over. And Dono, he kind of stayed out there around probably like 50 where he was behind this kind of oak tree where I could see his body and see him, but he was looking down in there. I think he was just catching enough on my wind out of that spot that night to not come down in there. But that little 6-point, I thought that 6-point was going to drag him right through.
That's what happened to me tonight.
So, but yeah, what are you going to do? Matt Munson tunes in and says, yo, how about that? Oh, yeah. How about it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Bo's here.
Getting warm next week, yeah, but the front's coming on the weekend.
Following
I
weekend.
can't wait.
Not this weekend. Following weekend.
Yeah, we're having a warm front this weekend.
So if it says the following weekend, for all you blue collar guys that got to go back to work, if it says the front's coming in, not this weekend, next weekend, the front will be coming in Monday, Tuesday / Wednesday.
Yeah, of the following week. If you're looking to take
Always
a couple
gets
days off.
pushed out. At
Yep.
least that's what it seems like.
Yeah, kind of pushes a bit. I mean, it's not going to be a big front. We don't look like we're having a lot of weather develop with it. But it's
Is
looking...
that from the hurricane?
No, we've had that already.
Oh,
that was
me
like
too.
this cold snap kind of pushed it up and pulled it down, kind of vacuumed it out of the north. That's this cold we've been pulling. Kind of came up the coast and back sucked it a little bit. But no, I think and the rain we've been getting. I mean, Dude, my dad said the other day, he emptied out the rain gauge. We've had 2.5 inches. So I'm sitting there going, I know this sounds bad, but it works out perfect because it's like kind of the weekend, first part of next week. That warm up, dude, I'm like sitting there because all the freaking rye and wheat, it's about this tall. It's about 1 inch tall. Just coming through the sod. Just coming through the grass.
The rye's finally popping.
Oh, yeah. Finally
I
popping.
got his grandpa about his garden because he was
Zero.
He was ready to
0. If he got that stuff from Danny, right?
I don't know.
That germed out at 0.
Oh.
I'll have to get him another bag. But tell him,
He's mad. He's mad at you.
Probably.
He is. He's $10.
You can buy it from freaking Seedway. It's 20.
Oh my god.
Rye's not cheap
You
anymore,
better get
Grandpa.
Grandpa some more rye.
I have to buy him at $20 bag. Yep. But no, I'm sitting there looking at these next couple days going up to like 70 and stuff, dude. I'm just like,
How come when you
grow,
buy this
baby,
rye,
grow.
you don't like message me, be like, hey, you want some rye for any of your spots?
What do you mean? I asked you if you want rye.
Yeah, like 3 months ago.
You want some rye now?
Yes.
Right now.
Right now.
With no rain coming, but like 70 degrees. So.
Oh, there's rain coming.
Next week.
It's coming.
Next weekend. The next weekend.
Nah. I mean, that's just something I'm gonna add in next year. I'm done. I'm hunting now. It is what it is. It's either gonna work or it's not. Everything I did.
Matt said today was the best day to hunt because of the frost.
I think we're supposed to get a frost tomorrow morning.
I think we're getting pretty close. It says 37.
Supposed to be a frost
36.
tomorrow morning.
Yeah, 36 tomorrow morning. It's getting close. Frost advisory from Wednesday, October 16th. Remains in effect till Thursday at 10 a.m. I mean, we might get a little frost, but that's not going to slow down on the with stuff. I mean, it's not growing right now with these 40 degrees. But if we get like 60s and 70s and sunny, dude, that's going to crank that stuff in. I'm hoping to get a little inch of growth over that 5-day, 6-day span. That'd be sweet.
We're all looking for an extra inch of growth.
I would love that. Extra inch in 5-6 days. That'd
Matt
be awesome.
says I would not go out in the 70. Well, if you are like me and a lot of my friends, you can't help yourself because you got to be out there.
Yeah, it might be an observation spot or
Greenfield.
Yeah, or Greenfield. Definitely.
Hunt the green food, and them deer are not going to come out until minimum half hour before dark. Yeah. So sunset was at 6:22 today. Them deer will start coming out at about 6:30.
Maybe if you got like a little pond or water hole too, but I mean, water's not that big of an issue right now.
You get to that point, it's almost like gun season.
Yeah. Right.
For all the pressured spots.
Right.
Yeah, hunt. So you just gotta get out there and wait that last.
Matt says smells like a meat stick in a cotton hoodie. 70 next week. Yeah, it's gonna be a stanky one.
Smells like a meat stick and a cotton hoodie.
Never heard that one.
You eat a lot of meat sticks, Matt?
And a cotton hoodie.
I like cattlemen.
Speaking of that, Hannah came home. I brought Nora was down here sleeping. I come upstairs. She opens the fridge. She turns around. She looks at me and smiles. She's like, "You getting ready to make jerky?" I got a big bowl of meat thawing out in the freezer, in the fridge.
Yeah, you making jerky?
She turned around and smiled. She's like, "You're making jerky?" She's like, "That's the only reason you pull out the big bowl of meat." I'm like, "Yeah." Figured I'd make a batch.
I mean, honestly, I think
it's gonna be like 70s this week, and
honestly, I think Eliza would be all right with me just putting a whole deer to jerky. Also,
yeah. I mean,
I'm not against it.
I think I pulled out 8 pounds, and then I pulled out a bunch of steaks to cut up. We've been doing like venison stir fry with the steak strips.
Yep,
been doing that up lately.
That's good.
That's been a good one.
Buy your hats, Matt.
Yeah. Anybody need a hat?
Matt.
Gun season. Hat gun season.
Matt, Venmo $20. We'll get your hat.
$20 could be yours. Good snack in the tree stand. Yep.
You buy a hat, I'll throw in a meat stick.
Yeah, I'll throw in some. If you buy a hat,
I
will throw in venison jerky. If you buy a hat. But when they're gone, folks.
Oh, we got wow, we've sold a few. We got, what are we down to, like 16 to sell?
Yeah.
17.
Something like that.
Caleb bought one.
Yep.
I got to get one to Caleb.
Good. Take that one with you. Yep.
I should probably take half a dozen or so.
Yeah, we got to start moving a few of them, but nope, it's
Should have pushed it before youth season.
I know.
I didn't even think about it.
That would have
I was
been
out there
good.
hunting with no orange. And I didn't think about it.
That would have been good. We were talking about yeah, everybody now.
Kyle
take a hat. I'll take a hat. Well, of course he does. Of course he wants a hat because he's getting jerky now.
Well, he can wear it over his. He was one of the hat guy, the ball cap guy.
Yep,
wasn't he?
Yeah, we put plenty of room in this hat with the fold over because that's what you guys said you wanted.
There you go. Model it. Model it.
That's what you guys said you wanted. You wanted the fold over the ball cap style.
There you go. So that's what we got. Keep you nice and safe in the woods.
Yep. And legal.
And legal.
And legal now.
Legal. One full orange hat.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
Real lies. Keep shooting.
Yep. So Kyle's going to take a hat. Matt says I'm broke. Hey, man, I hear you. We're all freaking broke. Ian says reserve me a hat, please.
Go pick up some pop cans or something.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a hat.
Yeah. Real lies. Keep shooting.
Ian wants one.
Whoever Real Lies is on Facebook.
Ian's gonna be our next what do you call it when you
You ready for this?
hang on. So Ian, what do you call it? Pro staffer?
Oh, pro staffer?
Ian's gonna be 100 part of Team 100 Proof here.
Yeah.
I think he is.
That's cool. I ain't gotta pay you. Pro stands not for like you're a professional. It just means you're a promotional.
He's gonna get set up.
Promotional.
He's getting himself set up,
and
he's gonna start doing a little filming.
There you go. Yeah, 100%. Bo says that orange hat would be great for crossbow hunting. You know what, Bo? I actually just sold my crossbow, so don't give me no more shit.
All because of you, Bo. It was a nice crossbow. I can't believe he sold it. He actually killed deer with it.
Sold to Ryan for Dylan.
That's all Dylan needs now.
It's
killed the biggest buck in Ontario County, and now he's got a crossbow.
Yep.
Congrats to Dylan.
Yep. Kyle says the best way to wear them. Hey, man. I
do like the style.
I do like that fold style. It goes good, covers, and I like how it covers. I like how it covers your ears when it's cold when you need that. But otherwise, dude, I'm sitting there like freaking Dumbo with my knit hat half the time. That's why most of the time when I'm hunting, I'm just wearing a ball cap. Like I got a ball cap that lives in my scent lock bag, and that's what I run.
You got warm ears.
Yep.
A lot of blood flows to your head.
Yeah, it's all that hot air. Hot air and
bad
ideas.
No, if you have air,
I'm making a joke.
You might be getting some palpitations and need to get that looked at.
Yeah. Just making a joke. It's all the hot air keeping me warm. Headlight on the hat and winter hat over to stay warm. Yep, definitely, dude. Especially with those cold mornings we got coming. And it looks like, dude, we're going to be in good shape for this year. I mean, we're trending kind of in a better direction. I mean, obviously next week's going to be a little bit above normal. You know, take some time off. And it's actually not a bad time to let your spots, you know.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
No, they? That
might have. It's not a bad time to let your spots soak a little bit, you know.
Do a little barbecuing with the family this next week.
I did, dude. I found a pack of hot dogs in the back of the fridge that are still good.
Maybe take, like, if there's a weekend, your wife wants to do all the pumpkin
patching,
whatever. This is the weekend.
This is your pumpkin patch alert right here.
Your
70 and sunny
spice coffee pumpkin patch alert.
Yep.
This weekend.
Yep.
Don't mess around after it.
Cool in the morning, and wear your hoodie. Get your nice fall photos. The leaves are changing perfect. This is the weekend to go out and do that. Earn your brownie points, and then get ready for all the hunting ahead. That's your pumpkin patch alert.
Ian, this is a great topic.
All right.
Thank you for bringing this up. Scent control process.
All right.
I guess I'll start with mine.
Go for it, man.
So, beginning of the year, Usually a couple weeks before bow season starts. Actually, let's go almost a month before bow season starts. I love dead downwind. I start
Always
showering with dead downwind shampoo / bar soap for a whole month before bow season starts. My apparel, my clothes wise, I will run it through the wash with dead downwind laundry detergent, and I do not put it in the dryer. I will hang it outside, and after it dries, I will leave it outside because I have an enclosed porch. It's the east side of my house. Might as well be enclosed. I leave it out there for probably almost a week. And then I take it down, I put it in my scent bag, and zip it up. Or if it's stuff that I do that with my early season equipment, early season clothing. My warmer or colder weather clothing, I hang up in my scent crusher closet, and I will run ozone on it, and I will also, before every hunt, I will do probably a 10-minute run in my bag that has all of my early season. When I get in the truck, all I'm wearing is my unders. All of my outer layers stay in the scent bag. When I get to my spot, my boots never go in the cab of my truck also. They either stay in the bed of the truck or in a tote that I have prepped for that. I get out of the truck. I also run a scent crusher, scent eliminator in the truck to try and eliminate any smoke or whatever people do in their trucks. I don't, but I also have a scent crusher cigarette lighter plug. Either I run that every once in a while in the truck. And then, so I get out, I get my bag out of the bed of my truck. I put my camo clothes on, my outers. I also spray my bow down with Dead Downwind's scent killer spray. I'll give a couple squirts on me. And something that I've been doing for the past couple years, and I've found that it helps immensely, like crazy amount. Like, because the one thing that is always contacting something when you're going into the stand is your boot. Go buy calming scent. It's a stick of calming scent.
You like the Evercom?
Well, you can have Evercom. I think Blue something makes a calming scent. And don't smear it on there. All you got to do is just touch the heel of your boot and just give it a slight rub. And I tell you what, deer, ever since I started doing that, deer cross my tracks, deer follow my tracks, deer, I have yet to have a deer come to my tracks, completely stop after I've used it, put its head in the air, and just turn around and go the other way.
Yep.
I do that, and then obviously just play the wind. I mean, that's pretty much my scent routine.
Yep. Big thing with, I guess, scent routine starts with stand prep, stand location, like Nate said first. You're obviously still playing the wind and everything, and keeping like trails and access to a minimum. Like, you're not walking through a bunch of goldenrod or thick shit to get to your stands, leaving a bunch of any kind of like clothing wipe that you would leave scent on, or even disturbance of breaking brush, disturbance smell, because that's going to have a smell too. That goes into part of my scent routine. Other than that, I'm not showering with any shampoo, and don't stand too close to me this time of the year because I'm not wearing any of my Old Spice deodorant or none of that stuff anymore. It's literally a shower with...
You're a Remington rub-down guy.
Elimishield. Yeah, the Elimishield stuff. Was Remington before, but the Elimishield stuff. Typically, I'll be showering, my normal showers and stuff like that, but I use the Elimishield shampoo and body wash And that's all I use right now. I mean, I have no other shampoos or soap in the shower anymore this time of the year. I'm not showering before every hunt necessarily. I'm just showering like I normally would, and stuff like that. I'm a little different. I'll roll out of bed in my PJs. I have a pair of like Keen slip-on sandal things. Get in the truck, crank the heat, and then when I get to the spot, because I want to crank that heat, I'll crank that heat. I'll get to the spot. I will strip right down and don't go. If you see my truck parked on the side of the road in the morning, don't put your high beams on because I'll strip right down, put my base
He'll
layer.
blind you with his cheeks.
Yep, I'll strip right down. I'm going fresh underwear, fresh base layers, everything. I don't even wear the base layers in the truck. The boots.
Well, you rub your whole.
Oh, I do my
with the Elimishield.
The roadside bath is what I call it. And even if it's 20 degrees out, it sucks. But bow season especially,
during harvest season,
I'm going down.
Thing the Mexicans do.
Yep, you got it. Roadside bath with the Elimishield hand pump. I buy it by the industrial containers, and that's what I do on the side of the road. Is I do my roadside bath. I call it. Strip down to nothing, and then I put my fresh layers on. Have a dirty tote for stuff that's been worn for a couple hunts, or if I'm getting sweaty walking in or walking out, whatever it might be. But typically, I travel in kind of light. I'll wear probably like my outer layer pants in, but like my top layer and probably my vest and stuff. Like I'll have my harness on with maybe a thermal layer if it's cold enough. And then like my vest and my jacket, I'll probably roll up and put in. I run a fanny pack and a hand muff. And that carries like my tether rope and all that stuff for my harness. Extra release in case I forget it. There's always a release in my bag, no matter what.
Not a bad actually tip.
Yep.
If you buy a release, buy two.
Yep. I love having an extra release in my bag.
Unless you're Jesse Festa.
You shoot fingers.
If he leaves his fingers at home,
he's in trouble.
He really did something wrong.
Yeah. And then the only other thing I do is I spray my boots down with the Elimishield spray. And I guess preseason before that, the only thing that I wash is I do a once-over wash of everything. I'll do another load of base layers because they dry out so quick because they're all moisture wicking stuff. I might do a load of them before gun season if I need to. But other than that, I'm just playing the wind is the biggest one. The scent control is just pretty much for the walk-in and the access part of it. As you're trying to minimize that scent shield, and if you're on that kind of fringe type wind spot, it's nice to do. But other than that, I don't do any of the artificial scents. I don't use, any of the buck urines or any of that stuff right off. I've never really had a lot of success with it, so I've never, kept doing it. Plus, it got expensive. I got on pro staff for a couple of years for a deer urine company, and I don't want to tell you how much money I wasted on bottled deer piss. To no avail. But anyway, so that's our routine. But that's not saying it's right or wrong.
Honestly, whatever makes you feel the most confident when you go out in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You got.
Yep, here we got some tips coming in. Apple cider and donuts. Hey, I mean that's another thing. I'm
Jesse. He
wintergreen. I chew wintergreen gum when I'm in the stand. Typically,
spearmint for me.
Yep.
I try not to chew in the stand. I actually have spearmint chewing gum.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jesse's scent control.
Jesse's just a pure animal,
dude. Maybe we need to take a lesson from Jesse. Opening day, Smack's a good one. Scent control is grizzly wintergreen, long cut, and a cloud of good smoke, and play the wind with fingers.
He's an animal.
Yep. My mom comments and says, my dad says boot scent control, crushed apples, or fresh deer shit don't cost anything when walking in. Yeah, see a pile of shit or see a couple apples or something on the way in, same thing. When I was hunting a farm back in the day that had some manure, step in the manure in the field and stuff like that, put some cover on the boots, doesn't ever hurt, I don't think, for stuff like that, for sure.
Matt, and he buys his deer urine from Walmart 10. But listen, Matt,
See,
two less bottles of deer urine.
Less deer bottles.
You can have a nice hat. You'd be safe.
Legal and toasty warm.
Damn it, man.
Checks 3 boxes. That's what I'm saying.
You could have a nice warm noggin while you're up there eating your cider and donuts.
Yep. You got it. But another thing that I was going to say, and next year we'll get in on it, even though it's sporting one of our, you see what it's sporting, our 100 proof hat?
Yeah.
Yep.
I seen you put that up. That's cool. I mean, we were supposed to do it together, but schedules did not meet up.
Yeah. They signed up me for the real estate side of it, and I was like, I don't have a hat in the truck. And I was like, oh, wait, yes, I do. I have a 100 proof hat.
Better.
100 proof hat. Better. And he's legal. And if you go by the Scarecrow, it's right outside Smoky Tails Distillery. We're putting a sign up tomorrow on it. Hannah laminated it today. So take your selfie with it to win a chance to get some nice giveaway prizes from 100 Proof and Whitetail Properties Real Estate.
You better get a selfie with that Scarecrow.
Cost you nothing. And you just tag Ben Williams, Whitetail Properties, and 100 Proof, and you're good to go.
You could win possibly a trail camera. I know there's a blind.
There's a ground blind.
We're tossing around for something.
Some Yetis. Could dude, there's a lot of stuff floating
Yeti
around.
Mugs. Yeti. Is there a cooler? No, we don't have a Yeti cooler.
No, sorry.
Yeti mugs.
Like I said, we're poor.
Or
there's some 100 Proof hats.
If you're not very nice, you might just get a hat.
Yep. So look for the selfie sign. Take your selfie with it and tag us accordingly. Do the instructions on it. Tag us and.
Is there instructions on the Scarecrow?
Yeah. It will be tomorrow.
You guys think of everything.
Trying to. My wife's good at that.
Around.
And it's a QR code. All you gotta do is scan it. Boop. Done. Boop. Takes you right to it. Tag it.
How has anybody done it?
No, it's going up tomorrow.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Tomorrow.
And when you're trick-or-treating around Phelps,
and how did this nice weather weekend?
Smoking Tail Scarecrow, the hunt guy.
Yep. You'll see him. He's got the orange hat on. His safety line. He's got his safety line on because he's in his tree stand.
Something I'm going to get a lot of flack for in season 1.
Mm-hmm.
There's no law against it.
No, there's not. I think you should wear it. I care about you.
Oh my god.
Anyway, but no. So, like I said, this upcoming
week,
week,
hunt 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah, that's true. You don't need to be that tall when you're killing them.
I ain't killing them. Not yet.
It'll come.
Yeah, came close.
Just waiting for the right one.
I don't even know if he was the right one.
Maybe.
If he actually continued walking before he caught my scent, like maybe. But all I know is when I seen him walking, I could kind of see the rack, and it didn't really get me too excited. I'll tell
you what, dude, he would have been pretty close to beating he would have beat my best bow buck on video, and he probably would have beat my best buck on video.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about what else
is on your other spots and the lease.
I'm looking.
There's some other good ones.
I'm looking at other things. I'm thinking. I'm like, it's not even the right. I'm like, do I actually want to punch my tag right now?
Well, and
it's not even good yet.
And this is something that I say and I'll stand by: is don't pass the buck now that you're going to shoot on the last day of season either. You know what I mean? I say that to guys a lot. Just because, yes, pass them now, then shoot them later. I'm a proponent that, same thing, especially if you're like out of state or something like that. I mean, that might be a little different.
Well,
you might not be coming back.
You're on a lot smaller time restraint.
Yeah, that's different. That's
you got a week to get it done.
Yep. And you saw that, nice 130.
Which you, me, Jesse, maybe Caleb, I think we should go on an Ohio State.
Yeah.
Public hunt.
Ohio.
We all throw our own different styles we do things in, and we go do it.
Yeah, I think that'd be a pretty neat one. Ohio. Ohio's been getting pounded lately. That's the only thing with Ohio. But
let's go to PA. We're New York hunters. We can kill deer anywhere.
big woods of PA. Yeah.
Let's go Iowa. We got to draw.
We gotta start putting in points now, and
I
maybe
ain't doing that.
I'm gonna.
I ain't doing
I'm
that. That's
buying points
freaking-
this year. I'm starting.
Spend money every year.
I'm gonna.
And it's like,
I'm gonna do it.
then
I'm
you
gonna do it.
Why don't you just put that money towards like a guided hunt?
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I know enough people out in the
Well,
Midwest.
buy me points too, so I can.
You guys buy some hats so we can buy some points, and then we can go film some hunts in Iowa.
Yeah.
Maybe 6 years from now, we gotta sell a lot more hats to buy some Iowa points. Yep, we'll get there. Maybe. I'd like to get to Iowa, Illinois, all that stuff at least once. You know.
It'll happen.
Yep. Maybe. Or it won't. We'll just be like, yeah, I'm just happy hunting New York. We say we'll get there now, and then 2 shows from now we'll have both killed, and it'll all be good. And be like, Iowa, what? Who needs Iowa? This is Iowa.
How much you owe me?
Owe you? For what?
Iowa.
Owe you for Iowa? What do you mean, owe you for Iowa?
You said I owe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Iowa, yeah. This is my Clyde education coming out. You're picking on me now. Picking on me.
You racist.
No. So, tip for this weekend is go to your pumpkin patch. Afternoon sit, don't sit a morning. Do not sit a morning.
Do not sit a morning.
I don't even want to say Saturday morning. Saturday morning is supposed to
If
start
you're
out.
gonna sit a morning, tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
Tomorrow morning. If you really got to.
Well, it's
you got
staying
the
low
time.
though. You're staying low. You're staying in the low mid to low 30s.
36 tomorrow morning. They're gonna be moving tomorrow morning.
Yeah, but this is 37 tomorrow morning, 36 Friday morning, 36 Saturday morning, 40 Sunday morning.
The crop's still up.
There is.
That's the tough part about hunting standing corn.
Mhm.
That stem count is so freaking high. Them deer could be anywhere.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I'm a believer. Then they live in there.
Oh yeah, especially in egg country and stuff, no doubt.
You know, when you just have these 30, 40 blocks of woods, and then on either side of that woods, there's 200 acres of corn. They're living in that corn.
Mhm. Spread out and around, coming down the edge of it, living in the hedgerow corner.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I think they would. I think they would like the bed on the edge of it.
Mhm.
But besides that, like all day, they're in that corn.
Yeah. Day bed. Could easily day bed in corn. But yeah, I think this weekend, morning hunts probably off, maybe Saturday morning because you're still in the upper 30s, but you're going to be kicking around. You're going to be working on that really warm front of that edge of that warm front with that wind by the looks of it. And just, look at your wind dial, but when you get to a property, don't be afraid to, like I said, hang a ribbon in a tree and see what the wind's doing and actually, make your call then.
So here's an odd topic. Just kind of hit me. So they say when we humans eat corn, it
Okay.
does nothing for us. We just poop it out whole.
Mm-hmm.
Same for deer.
No, it's because they got the extra stomachs.
They grind it up.
They're ruminants. They're ruminants.
Like a cow.
Same idea.
Mm.
Exactly.
Chewing cud.
Basically. Keep it, get the most
So
out
they
of
can
it.
grind it down finer.
Yep.
So if I
Ruminate.
eat corn and I chew it,
There's still some nutritional
chew
value.
the shit out of it, I can get something out of it.
Yeah, there's nutritional value in corn. It's not, you don't get the full value because our bodies can't digest it all the way. And same thing with deer. I mean, there's still some loss of, it's not crack corn, because that's why typically you crack it up for like birds and stuff like that is so you can feed it and they can digest it better.
Well, yeah, it's because they get them little grinders in there and they can grind it up easier.
Yep, and grind it the rest of the way. So, but yeah, no, I I put the cracked corn to the birds and stuff like that in the winter to keep the furnace going in them. But same thing. They have a different digestive system. They got the crops, the crop meaning where they grind their food up. No pun intended. And then the deer have the ruminating stomach, so they can break down this stuff further and get the most nutritional value out of it. But
now when an animal does that, and the cud comes up and they got to rechew it, does that give them moisture back into their body?
That's a good question. To be honest, I can't answer that one with 100% answer. I would assume it would, but
so that would have a negative effect on the water hole theory. If
there's moisture content in it coming
that
back
type
up.
of food in your area,
well, if you've ever watched deer bed, especially like green matter stuff like that, when they regurgitate it and chew that, to do that, that's when they're day bedding on their belly. That's when you see them chew their cud. Other than that, they're eating everything that they're walking on. The time that they're ruminating and bringing that food back up is when they're laying back in the bed during the day or at night. They're sitting there, they're bringing it back up, and they're basically having a snack, kind of deal. And that's how they're kind of working through the day. Or you'll see them, they'll get up, they'll chew a little bit, lay down, and then they'll work some up or whatever, put some fresh stuff in with it maybe. I don't know. I've never had to do that because that's not how our stomachs work. But that's just from watching deer, kind of knowing deer behavior.
We're straight pipe creatures.
Yep, it goes in, digest, go out as much as it digested. Is what it is. But yeah, I think, and then upcoming, going end of next week into the weekend, meaning that like 25th time frame going into that last week of October. If that front's really lining up good, tune into. We're debating whether we want to do these shows every Sunday because we got a lot of good response from the mid-Sunday show.
And I like the mid-Sunday because I can still hunt.
Yeah.
In the afternoon if I want to.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then people that, let's say, aren't as much avid hunters are watching football, and they can still tune in.
Yep. Or if you're there,
it's not during the week. It's not as stressful.
Yeah, absolutely. There's not as much going on, stuff like that with kids and work and stuff. Usually, midday between hunts works out pretty good on Sunday. So we might play around with that. Stay tuned on the channel. Whether we'll be coming to you from an episode on a Sunday or on a Wednesday, depends kind of how stuff lines up. As we can line guests up too, because we found that Sunday it's a lot easier to line guests up too.
Bo likes to do this to us.
The essay?
Yeah, he brings up a topic at the end every hour.
All right, Bo, let's go. All right. Highly recommend checking out John Eberhardt's techniques for hunting around cornfields and scent control. He's got some great strategies. You can find a lot of his tips on his YouTube channel. Definitely worth a watch. Yeah, I've seen John's stuff. He's I think he's all saddle hunting, and he has like a little minivan that all of his scent control stuff gets done in. He gets dressed in his minivan. He's got a whole routine. I like John's style that he's always had is just, I forget what his number is, but I think it's like 120 or 130. It doesn't matter where he is. If he's in Michigan, he kills 120. If he's in Iowa, he kills a 120. If he's in wherever, like that's his benchmark. Doesn't matter if the deer is 2 years old or the deer is 9 years old. That's his benchmark. He just says, I want
to 120 inches, I'm killing it.
It's 120 inches, I'll kill it. If it's the first 120 inches that walks by, I'm killing it.
I like his style.
Yep. And that's how he's always been. He's killed 120-inch deer in like Illinois and stuff like that. And people are like, what are you doing? He's like, that's what I do. I kill 120-inch, bucks or whatever he calls. Might be 125 or whatever it is. But John's been very successful. He's been doing it forever. One of the pioneers in the saddle hunting and all that stuff. So, yeah, I think, whether it's, something like John's that you're checking out online or our stuff, you just kind of take it all in and then you find what works for your situation or what you find success in. It's having that ability to kind of read the scenario and see what's going to work in that scenario to go in and do it. Like you said tonight, you were hunting out of a climber. I can't tell you the last time I hunted out of a climber. I've had a couple like hang and hunt kind of things the last couple of years, but not. I haven't I don't even know if I have. Well, I do have the climber. I have that lone wolf one.
Give it to me.
No, I have that lone wolf one that I use for my hanging hunts. I use it for my.
Oh, you still use a climber even though you have sticks, saddle.
I don't have a saddle.
You don't have a saddle?
Nope.
You sure?
Nope. No saddle.
Did you sell that with your crossbow?
I've never had a saddle. Nope. I got that. I think they call them like standing.
Vandermeer, he's making one for you.
I think they're standing climbs or whatever they call them. It's an old lone wolf, and that's what I use for That's what I use for when I'm hunting with Hannah. I'll set up in that. I'll put her in the ladder, and then I'll hunt off to the side of her out of the. I use it like a hang-on, basically, like a portable hang-on, because it's so light. It's aluminum cast. It's fucking weighs nothing. And then same thing if I go in on a hang and hunt with sticks. That's what I'll use too for my stand.
I gotta say, the climber I was in today was first API climber I've ever been in.
Mm-hmm.
Best climber I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Hands down. Older API.
Yeah. Like probably 90s vintage.
If the metal tinged against each other, it was so dead sounding. Like, it's not. It was amazing. I guess they use aerospace aluminum.
Okay.
And then they coat it with something. But I tell you what,
Like
that was the
something?
most, like, my Viper, my Summit Viper.
I've never had good luck with Summits. They're clanky, loud.
It is a little clanky. It is a little loud. But it is comfortable.
Yeah.
And I like the design for bow season that it has.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a whole nother level. That's climber standing style.
Yep.
There. That was cool.
The other thing about John's stuff is even when he goes in to scout anything, you scout cameras, whatever. And I don't think he runs many cameras, but mostly scout and stuff like that. He does this whole scent regime, and ours might sound involved. His is a different level of stuff. I don't know if he's doing like the chloroform pills, and because I know some guys do that take chlorophyll, like the plant enzyme.
Chloroform might kill you.
Yeah, no, chlorophyll. Sorry, chlorophyll pills and stuff, and eat no red meat during hunting season. No meat at all. Take every carnivore bit out of your diet. You eat all plant-based shit because your sweat and your poop and your shit all, comes off like a carnivore smell. There's some people that, do that stuff. So I don't do any of that. I just chew wintergreen gum and stand there naked on the side of the road in the morning, putting some foamy alcohol-based body stuff all over me. That's all I do. And then play the wind.
Well, I'll tell you what. I did my routine, and I had that buck, which I'm thinking about 120 inches. He's probably 3.
Yeah,
he came straight downwind, and he didn't pick up on me until about 20 yards.
Yep. Yeah.
Should we show the video or should we save it?
We can save it.
Save it for the intro.
Save some videos. Yeah. Yeah. The running away. Actually, if you put like an overlay of like an arrow shot of him running away like that. Yeah. And then we just pick up like a deer.
There was no shot to be had. It wasn't even a hesitation on like, am I going to shoot him or not? It was like,
is he going to step where I need him to stop?
Like, I need to get a better look at this deer.
Mm-hmm. Been hanging out with me too long. Old Nate would have killed him. No hesitation.
Old Nate? Yeah. Well.
When I'm worried about filming.
There's building blocks to a hunting thing.
Oh, yeah.
Some people don't want to go put that next block on top of the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You keep going. And some people are just happy there. That's where they like to be. Other people just want to
The next thing.
The next thing.
Yep.
The next thing. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of me.
You got it. New properties, playing around with new stuff.
Property, playing around with new stuff, and just killing deer. I guess is where we all start out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get to a point.
Kill a little better one.
Or
kill one.
There are people that are just out there struggling, just trying to kill deer.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, then that's your block.
Yep.
And then you go to the next block. And you just keep building it up as far as you want to go. Until you're just like, we're all different.
At one point, we had not killed any deer.
Yeah.
Yep. We all started,
we all have different goals.
Mm-hmm. Different opportunities, different property, different whatever you want to call it. Budgets, everything like that. So you do you. And you don't got to explain yourself to anybody. Definitely don't got to explain yourself to us. As long as what you're doing is legal, ethical, and safe, have at it, man. Good job. High five. But, all right.
And we wrap it up. What are we at? 106?
106.
Yeah. Good time to wrap it up.
Perfect.
Here comes Bo's next essay.
And cue it now. No, we're good. So, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you all next time with the 100 Proof Podcast. Thank you, Bo. Thank you, everybody that tuned in tonight. Keep the conversation rolling.
Jesse.
Yeah, man.
We give them all shout outs.
Jesse, Ian,
Andy,
Real Lies, whoever you are, Kyle. Who else did we miss? Andy. We got Andy. Yep, that's everybody.
That's it.
Yep, and if we missed you, I
go
apologize.
Check out the Scarecrow.
Yep,
win something.
Yep, win you something.
Cameras, blinds.
He's promising the world.
Ben's whiskey collection. You never know.
And stay tuned, guys, to the channel. We'll be posting whether we'll be going on Sundays or Wednesdays going forward. Wednesdays works better for guests. So
it's going to bounce back and forth. It also depends on the hunting weather.
Yep.
Because if Ben is hunting, the podcast wouldn't start until like 9.
Yep. Or we do it remote at the shed or something.
Which we should do another shed one, but my shed's so packed full of shit because I got that garage built.
Build the shed out and stuff. Build the garage out.
If you came over like an hour early,
yep,
and we took shit out, it doesn't matter.
Yep. We'll play around with it. Or maybe mom and dad's. We could even shoot there. I don't know.
If we do a buddy hunt, if I get invited.
Ooh, we could buddy hunt.
And do a show at mom and dad's with Brian.
We could do that.
That'd be cool.
That'd be a good idea. So stay tuned, guys. We got some stuff in the works. We're going to play with it. Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch y'all next time. 100 Proof Whitetails Podcast. See ya.
Shoot straight.